Epcot today. Try to finish the Epcot Festival of the Arts today. We did a little bit last time, but now we're gonna go right into the World Showcase and try some new food. Did look out that although it's in the 80s, it's a nice breezy day and the sun is being covered by some clouds because we thought we were gonna be burning up today. The rest of the week's supposed to be a low 70, high 60s. And this is the only day I could make it, so I was like, oh no, we're gonna cook. But no, it's a beautiful day. Loving it. All right, beef Wellington. I always kind of like to try the beef Wellington here.
You ever had it?
Oh yeah, that's you know Gordon Ramsay, the beef Wellington. So they do like a slice of it. So let's try it. You want to see if you can find a table? So this was the Cuisine Classique, which is beef Wellington is a classic French food or dish. This is the beef Wellington with a mushroom duxelle, prosciutto, and puff pastry with red wine demi-glace. It's a much smaller portion than last year's. This was $8, and you can tell that the steak has been sitting because it is fully well done, unlike the photo. To do something new with you guys. I don't know if you remember, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I did go to culinary school. I was a chef for like 10 years. So I don't technically review the foods as with a chef mind. There's sometimes I will explain to you what it is in a little bit more detail than maybe your average folk. But I decided I think it would be fun to review the festival food a little differently with a chef mind. And we'll see if you guys enjoy it. So a beef Wellington is puff pastry on the top, a mushroom duxelle, which is basically mushrooms purified in a machine, like a food mixer, with some other seasoning and spices, and it goes around. And typically you would get prosciutto. Yep, and the prosciutto is there, wrapped around the mushroom duxelle, and then this is the fillet. So the same fillet that you would use for filet mignon, that's the fillet, and it's the softest cut of meat, which is why this is popular. The mashed potatoes is fine. Did you see how cute and tiny these vegetables are? This is a whole carrot. Look, that's adorable. And this looks like a parsnip. And then look at this baby onion. That is so cute. And then a demi-glace is basically a very reduced bone stock, so beef stock. And usually you can buy this already in like a really thick paste, and then you dilute it with water. So usually it's not made in a kind of production like this. It's not going to be made fresh. It's usually just you get the pre-made stuff. But if you don't dilute the demi-glace enough, it can be very salty. It's kind of like the chicken bouillon, you know? It's just like that. So let's try the Wellington. It's really good. Again, it's well done. Which true, a fillet is blasphemy. But unfortunately, I feel like the chefs who create the menu are not really there to train the chefs who are cooking it on the daily. So, and they don't necessarily have to be trained chefs to do that. They're just following the recipe. So, if the cooks in the back don't understand why certain things have to be done in certain orders, they're gonna get stuff like this.
I learned how to eat with you.
Yeah.
All this is new to me.
Yeah. And mom used to say, like, no, I don't like this. She thought she didn't like it, but she never tried it. So try to open up her palate a little. Right? It's a good cup. I love a filet. It's my favorite. The puff pastry had a nice crunch to it too. It wasn't like dry.
Very good.
And it's not overly salty. You don't really taste a lot of the mushroom too.
This is onion, right?
Yep. Because I feel like some people don't like mushrooms, so they'll skip this. But the mushroom isn't like super powerful.
Can't even tell this.
Yeah. The herbs come through more.
Mm-hmm.
Do you 1 out of 10?
I think it's too soon to say, but I want to say a 10.
Yeah. So each booth can have its own number. That's all right. So this is a 10. I mean, in a chef mind, right? This should be medium. The darkest.
I would like it medium rare,
But I'm not gonna dock points because it still tastes really good.
I'll give it a full 10.
This one I think I'm gonna skip. I'm not very big on pork belly. And the key lime pie was good. The deconstructed, we had it last year. It was good. But yeah, I think we'll skip this one. And now look, you can see over here. So there's a flower, butterflies, flowers. Yeah, I think the other one gets a Mickey on the other side. And they usually have like photo ops near it. But it looks good. Right, so we have the chipotle marinated beef sirloin, grilled queso fresco, nopales salad with queso fresco foam and chicharron dust. And we have the tostada langosta, chilled lobster with chipotle aioli, onions and mango on a fried corn tortilla with guacamole, shredded cabbage, and hot sauce. And then this is the Ruby Delicioso margarita, tromba blanco tequila, Lahey blackcurrant liqueur, and citrus mint, spicy agave, and beet juice. And they said it was not smoky. Because I feel like last time the smoky was not working. So let's start with the drink first. Why not? Not smoky. Oh, spicy. Oh, it's spicy. What's in there that's spicy? My throat is on fire. Tromba blanco tequila. Spicy agave. So it's not sweet, but it's spicy because the agave is spicy. Okay. Now, Mom, I'm just going to try a little bit of this one because this one has guacamole. So Mom can't have guacamole. It's supposed to be like instead of crema, so like sour cream maybe.
This is the cheese.
That's the cheese. It looked like queso de freír. This is the frying cheese, which is good, but usually really good when it's nice and hot and gooey. But it gets cold super fast.
Oh yeah.
How's the meat tasting?
Meat is good.
Yeah.
Flavorful. Has flavor. It's tender. It's really good.
Yeah. Queso de freír? No?
Not really, no.
Oh yeah, it's like a little grainy,
Yeah.
right?
It's some sort of cheese. It might be the same cheese.
I don't think the lobster salad has that much flavor. I think it's the guacamole giving it that onion. You know, they put onions, cilantro, lemon juice in the guacamole. So it's really enhancing the lobster. I'm gonna try the lobster by itself. So the lobster is just providing that sweetness. That's why I'm not like dying because of the heat, because it's like a very well balanced. Okay, Mexico. I guess we're friends again. During the holidays, we weren't friends. Let me try this drink again. So I guess me and Mexico still got beef on their drinks because they went mezcal and now spicy. Can I just get a regular margarita, please? And then you can tell me to go to the Chosa, which is not the booth. But the Chosa changed their margaritas to a smoky tequila as well, to a mezcal. I just want a simple margarita, please. Disney, give it back to me.
Happy birthday!
Son las mañanitas que cantaba Rey David, Juanes de tus santos, las cantamos aquí. Despierta, mi amor, despierta, mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajaritos cantan, la luna ya se metió.
Ahora sí, everybody!
To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
¡Bravo! ¡Felicidades! Happy birthday, guys. Felicidades. Feliz cumpleaños. Claro que sí. Felicidades. Enjoy.
Right, we're in Germany, and I don't think I've ever eaten in Germany for this festival. I think this past year we ate at Germany. We had the braised stew meat. Remember for the holidays? Yeah. So this is our first time for this festival. So I'm excited to see. The Snow White is out. She's such a rare character. There's not a lot of places where you can see her. Oh, someone stopped. And if you want to, Mom, do you know what chantilly cream is?
No.
Does it sound very fancy?
Yes, it does.
It's whipped cream.
Oh.
It's just a fancy way of saying whipped cream.
I have chantilly cream every night.
Right? You and I both, we're fancy. We are chantillying it up. But yes, it's just to make it sound a little bit more fancy. I used to get so annoyed when a chef I worked with, a guy I worked with, he'd be like, I gotta make the chantilly. You gotta make the whipped cream. Cut it out. Yeah, I'm not a bougie chef. I'm a practical chef. I like home good meals done correctly, stuff like this. But I don't need to be fancy about anything. Ooh, look at that, Ma. Look at that. It is shredding. I didn't even need that knife. Look, I'm using the back of the knife. Wow. Ugh, that's why I love short rib. Done correctly, it should just fall apart. And this is broccolini, so you gotta cut the stems of it because they are a little firmer than regular broccoli when cooked, but they are cooked all the way through. And this looks like a balsamic glaze. Anything brown and thick is usually a balsamic, or ooh, they did braise this in red wine, so this also could be a red wine reduction. Let's see. It's a balsamic. So balsamic has like that vinegar taste to it. And because it's a glaze, it's very condensed, so you don't need a lot in it. It's not like regular vinegar. It's super, super pungent. So I personally keep it at bay because it can overpower your meal. But some people really like it, and they're like, the more the better. So you kind of have to learn what your preferences are. And if you're nervous about the red wine, you don't taste red wine. It definitely, the alcohol gets cooked off when cooking, but it gives it kind of like a smoky kind of taste without using a grill or a smoker. So that's why it's a big deal, and why it can be so expensive when you go to a restaurant, because it's long and slow. I'm gonna try a little bit of the glaze with it, and I'm gonna put it with the broccolini. makes it perfect. Because now you're getting fatty, crunchy, and sour all in one bite.
Tastes good. The broccolini is crunchy.
Yeah, it's crunchy.
And what is this?
That's the mashed potato puree.
Okay.
You tried a little of the glaze. I see you. Right?
Oh, that glaze is good.
Right? And you just need a little, not too much.
Very flavorful.
Yeah, it cuts out the fat a little. And the tomato should do the same thing. It's not as roasted as I would like it, so that's why I didn't touch it. Because I don't like raw tomatoes.
Me neither.
But roasted tomatoes, give me all of them. I love it. And there is a big difference. So if you want to try it at home, I usually put the cherry tomatoes in an air fryer, cut them in half, and a little olive oil, salt and pepper. Changes the whole tomato, the whole cherry tomato base. So it's super yummy and easy to accomplish. Here, I feel like maybe the reason why it's not done like that, you can tell that they started it, but they were probably running out, so they kind of pulled them a little early, which that happens. We never raided Mexico.
Oh, yeah. No, that was really good.
Right? What do you rate it?
I want to say an 8. I'm trying to remember.
What about the drink?
The drink, I would have said a 6 because of the spice. It's passable, but not something that you will finish the whole glass.
Right.
You know, I mean, I took a couple of sips, but I wouldn't have a whole glass of it. But it was good.
Yeah, I agree. I think the sirloin was an 8. The drink, I would also give it a 6 because it's just, I'm not a spicy tequila girl. But the longer that it did sit with the ice, it became more like not as burning.
Yeah, drinkable.
Yeah. So total, and that lobster tostada, that was bomb. I'm so sad I'm gonna try it because of the avocado, but the avocado made it. I'm like, might make that at home. It was so good. So it was just like lobster pieces. You can tell that it wasn't like the claw. It's all knuckle meat. So when you get knuckle meats, they come in like small pieces like that. So that's why it looked the way it did. They didn't chop up a claw or tail to do that. And with the mayo, it wasn't too heavy, and the guacamole was like seasoned perfectly. So it was like a good sweet and salty balance. And then even with the slaw on top with the hot sauce, wasn't overly strong. It was like a welcoming to have it to be a little spicy. It was good. So with that, I'm gonna give Mexico a full 9 because of that. And you give Mexico a full?
I will give it an 8. The sirloin, was it? Yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, I cannot say otherwise, you know. The drink is the drink, you know, so yeah, I will give it an 8.
Yeah. 9, 8. Not bad, Mexico. Doing good. You want it?
No, but
Is it milk chocolate? It looks like it.
it's almost like a Swiss chocolate.
Yeah. I will say Disney does very good with their chocolate. Now, I'm normally not a cherry chocolate person. But I remember those candies that used to come with the cherries in them.
I love those.
Yeah, those were Mom's favorite. And I could not get into it. So I always think that this is what that's going to taste like, but I'm not sure.
Let's see.
And I love a mousse.
It is. It's the cordial cherries. Oh yeah.
So personally, it's not bad as an adult palate. It's not bad.
The cherry is really tart.
Yeah. But it's not my favorite. Like I'm probably pushing out the cherries a little because I love a chocolate mousse though. And there's like a little kick on the bottom. On the bottom, chocolate mousse. And it has like a chocolate disc around it. And that's like a dark chocolate,
that's
right?
What makes it like the cordial.
Yeah. And you like the cherry?
It's really good.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I didn't taste the chantilly.
Oh, the chantilly. Okay, wait.
I must taste the chantilly.
That's the
We can't leave
fanciest.
this behind. Here it is. I've never had this before. It's really good.
Right?
Let's try it with the
mousse. Yeah. So fancy.
Here it is. They go well together. Very nice.
Jokes aside, right? It tastes like whipped cream.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just in case mom was being silly. But yes, it is just whipped cream. So don't get scared when you see those type of words. It is.
I've told you, I've learned many things with you.
Yeah, mom was
because I would never have eaten none of this stuff in the park.
Yeah, and even if I saw, like last year, we almost like I had to tell you, Mom, have I ever steered you wrong?
Right.
And she kind of thought about it. She was like, yeah, you're right. Because what was it? The Hawaiian booth with the Spam and the seaweed,
yeah.
right? And it was good.
That
You see her reaction? It was good. But she said, no. And she was not going to try it. And I said, Mom, this is doable. I know what you like. I know what your palate can handle. You can do that. And she ended up liking it. She was shocked.
Yeah. So now I'm willing to taste anything and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, what is our score for Germany?
Very good. I would say it's a 10.
Me too. It's a 10, guys. Yeah. We got both items, food
Dessert
items.
and the entree. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
because even though I don't like the cherries were not like super off-putting either. It's just not. I don't like chocolate with a lot of different fruits. I like chocolate only with strawberries, and that's it. Like I don't even care for like raspberries, banana. Like I don't. I like chocolate with chocolate or chocolate with a fresh strawberry. That's it. So that's just a preference that I have. But overall, that chantilly cream really did it.
It sure did. Do you notice that we're half asleep?
I know, now we got the itis. I'm ready to take a seat, relax, look at some water for a little bit, because now I'm getting full. We only did 3 stops. And Morocco was, that their menu was looking real good. So Morocco's still a few countries away, so maybe we'll walk off some of this before we get to it. But yeah, I think I'm in like a chocolate like coma right now. I'm like, like the Mortal Kombat like finisher. Like I'm just like going around. But yeah, I'm glad that I tried it this year. I hadn't tried it before, and I always hear good things. So Germany, it's a must-to stop. Duck and dumplings, smoked duck breast, ricotta dumpling, baby vegetables, au jus. I'm not the biggest fan of duck. You? But this hummingbird cake, I've been thinking about it.
I saw it on the video.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it for days. So, days. I was like counting down the days to Epcot to have this piece of cake. So, we gotta get it. All right. This is a hummingbird cake. Let me read to you guys what this has in it.
Banana pecan cake.
Yeah, it's a banana pecan cake dipped in cream cheese icing with a caramel sauce and a warm pineapple compote. I remember this like being kind of like a pound cake slice before, and now they made it like a little tiny little dome. Correctly, it's a very similar cake to carrot cake, if I remember correctly. This is just like a dulce de leche. caramel. Yeah. And it tastes like, you know when you get it toasty? It tastes like a real, like they made fresh caramel. Not like a can. Almost broke the fork. Oh, I did. Did I? No, I did. Oh, it is dense. Oh, this is sweet. That cheesecake, not the cream cheese frosting is sweet. It's exactly like a cheesecake, but like banana bread, you know.
Rescinded my offer. Well,
That's what I think it's missing. Is these pieces of pineapple inside the cake. There's a little bit you can tell, but it's not a lot. So you're tasting like a spiced cake, like a spiced, and the banana's very light too. Here, I'm gonna try. And I don't think it needs the caramel, though the caramel is very good.
if you're on the bus,
Really good. It has that banana flavor. I could taste the spices in it.
Yeah.
The cream cheese frosting on it tastes really good. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It really doesn't need the caramel on the side.
No, it doesn't,
But
because that frosting is pretty sweet.
yeah.
Taste it with a piece of the pineapple. It's really good. I feel like that's what it needed more of.
Oh yeah. It gives it like a moisture taste to it.
Yeah, right?
Because the cake is dense.
It's dense. Yeah.
But
I'm telling you, they must have changed it, because I don't even think last year was like this.
no, I don't remember ever tasting it like this.
Yeah, it was definitely like a bigger piece, like a pound cake slice, and it was a lot more like soft, moist, not so dense. It's still good, but I definitely have had better. But this is also for the celebrating soul food. So this is a part of the soul food celebration for Black Heritage Month. So glad we got to try it. And now my cravings can stop. Now I can stop thinking about it. All right, so America, hummingbird cake, what number?
Hummingbird cake was really good. I want to say for me an 8 because it was overly sweet.
Yeah.
But it was really delicious. It was good. But I will give it an 8.
I honestly, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Really?
That cream cheese, I left parts of the cream cheese there. It was too grainy and then way too much sugar with the ratio of cream cheese. So
Then I agree with you. Because
Yeah.
I'm giving it an 8 just to be,
nice about it.
nice about it because it had good flavor, but it was overly sweet.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the caramel, I ate the caramel, and the caramel was less sweet than the frosting,
yeah.
than the cream cheese frosting.
Yeah.
So
I
they,
didn't really need it.
yeah, they changed the recipe, and I'm not happy about the changes. But now we're in Japan, and let's see what they have. So they have the Wagyu bun, sushi donut, and Ichigo mochi daifuku. Really nothing out of this world. The Wagyu is American Wagyu, so it's not the traditional Japanese Wagyu. It's not the same fat content. It's a lot less. It's one small bun for $9.75. I got it 1 year. It's just not worth it. It's basically minced inside and covered in a hoisin, base. So you don't even really, it could have been any beef in there, really. So it's not worth, as in the chef mind of things, it's just not worth the price for me. The sushi donut is cute, but I'm not big on like sashimi. Mark would like this because he likes the fresh fish on top. And I'm not a big fan of mochi, which is just a rice dough and sometimes it has a filling in it. This one has a bean paste filling. So yeah, I unfortunately typically skip Japan. I thought they had a chicken sandwich, but they might have changed it mid-season. So that's no longer here. I was willing to try that, but even then I was gonna double check the price. But okay, skipping Japan. We've made it to Morocco and their menu looked really good. So we gotta find their booth. So this is, Oasis is always open. They have baklava and they have like really nice like refreshing drinks there. So this booth is actually in the Tangerine Cafe. They have a chai tea mint sparkler. Delight your senses. Have a grilled kebab, hummus. I've never actually been inside. I didn't know that the booth was inside. Look, they have the menus up on the thing. They're cooking everything fresh here. And it's got AC. It's got AC in here. On a hot day, this is gonna be great. This place is beautiful. I've never actually sat here. Okay, it's right there. I've sat outside of here, but the tables are always taken in here. And we got a little booth with a cushion. Very cool. And we got 2 kebabs. This is the grilled kebab, the chicken kebab with carrots, chickpea salad, and a garlic aioli. And then the lamb gets the exact same thing. So this is the Moroccan spiced lamb. The other thing that they were having here was the stone baked Moroccan bread, which looked cool. They served it with hummus and chamoula, but I figured we were good with just the kebabs. Now, the chef and me. I rarely, on any of it, will rarely choose the chicken option. Only because underdone chicken can get you very sick. And sometimes you can't trust every place, especially when they're pumping out a lot of food, that it's going to be temperatured and cooked at the right temperature. Because chicken is not something that you can let reach a certain temperature. With meat, you can cook it at 140 and let it reach 150 and be fine. Chicken, you can't do that. It has to be 165. So again, these are not trained professionals, right? They didn't have to go to culinary school. What I'm saying is that it is dark meat, so although it's pink, it is dark meat. So that's a natural, that's gonna happen with dark meat. It's gonna look a little pink, and I'm checking the texture. All right, it's shredding. That's a good sign. If it bounces and fights you to shred, don't eat it. Bring it back, get your money back, try the lamb or try something else. Because that means it's still raw. Yeah. So far so good. But as you saw, I tried the small piece first. This big piece is going to cook at a different temperature. So then, you want to double check it. If it fights you, don't eat it. This is just fat that didn't render off, because again, this is chicken thigh, it's gonna have that. This looks fully cooked, and it's just smoked from the grill. But when in doubt, right here, look at that. It's a little pink for my liking. We're not gonna eat that. It's probably okay. but we're trying to make it out of here without a stomach bug. Okay, so that's why I ordered the chicken, because I wanted to show you guys that sometimes I know we got chicken lovers and that people only eat chicken. You really gotta watch, because you don't want to ruin your vacation because you got food poisoning. Okay, I know it's Disney, they're gonna try not to, but things happen. So if you want to avoid that, stick with the red meats. And if it's a really hot day, my other hot take, if it's a really hot day, stay away from the seafood. So no sushi donut, no shrimp, whatever, no mussels. It's hard to keep those things at the right temperature for the long time. So, and if it's hot outside, you don't want to risk it. Okay, we want to have fun at the booths, not get sick from them. Okay. So, sorry, Mom. I'm like all up in it, but I want to make sure that we're not. So this looks good. The smaller pieces are fully cooked, so we're good. That piece, but I'm glad that it showed you. You know, that's what you want to avoid. And honestly, if you don't feel comfortable in saying, listen, I just want my money back, go ahead. I'm sure they will. I don't think the whole thing is wrong, so I'm just going to leave that to the side. Because it's almost impossible. They should have known better, but again, they're not trained professionals, so they should have known better not to have a really big piece on one side and small pieces on the other, because they're not going to cook it evenly. So yes, that was a PSA from my chef. All right, so let's try it. It is good. I like it. It's got a good seasoning. I like the dressing. Little chickpea, raw carrot. It's good. It looks like they have a little raisin in it. Something sweet in it. Again, they were cooking it fairly fast. Anything that's ground has to be cooked at 165. So this is fully cooked. You just want to make sure you look into it. It is fully cooked. It's a little red, but that's normal for lamb. Anything ground, you want to cook right away, because you don't want to. It has to be cooked at 165 because of the process of how it gets ground. Can create bacteria. So to kill bacteria, it has to be cooked at 168. It's 165. But of course, some people like a medium rare burger. They're eating it. It's not cooked to 165. So know your body, know your strengths, and if you're okay with it being medium rare, then have fun. No. It's like, can you see all the green in it? Mm-hmm. It's like mixed with all these herbs and spices. It's a little spicy, and I think that's where the red is coming from. Yeah, because see, look right here. You see the red pieces?
Yeah.
Those are the chili flakes. That's what's making it a little spicy. But it's not super crazy. And then the salad. The salad with it cuts that heat right away. So this is a great pairing. You want to try now? Chicken tastes good. This one, I feel like the chicken had more of an herby, fresh taste. Maybe like mint. Not basil. There's something else in there.
Almost like it's cool in flavor, so it's almost like a cucumber.
Yeah. But that's the tzatziki. I think that's the sauce that comes with.
Okay.
Because tzatziki has cucumber in it. It's a cream. Has dill. So maybe that's where we're getting that like fresh tasting.
And you know, I don't like chickpeas.
Yeah, that's right. She don't like chickpeas. But I want to say, I never liked chickpeas either, because the way a family member of ours cooked it, was never right. This is how you cook chickpeas. So I do like chickpeas now. And hummus. Did you know hummus is from chickpeas?
Yeah. And I love hummus.
Yeah. And there's like golden raisins in there.
The carrot helps because
It's crunchy. The sweetness from the raisin is not crazy.
I like the smoky flavor.
Right? Because the grill. That's that grill taste. Yeah, I love meat on the grill.
Tastes really good. Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, then it hits you. But then take some of the salad with it and you see how fast it cuts it. That's wild. I feel like that margarita from Mexico needed the salad. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same salad, but with this kebab, it goes even better with it because it cuts the heat so
It
fast.
does.
Isn't that crazy?
I wonder what cuts it.
I think it's the raisins. All right, what's your rating for Morocco?
A 10.
10. Yeah, this is good.
A 10.
This is good. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 only because of the chicken snafu. Because chicken you want to be very careful with, guys. But overall, I would give this lamb kebab a 10, right? With the salad. It has to have with the salad because we're not spicy connoisseurs. But all together. But let me try this chicken one more time. No, I'm gonna give it a 10.
It tastes good.
Yeah. And you would think that they would taste similar. They don't taste similar at all. I don't.
Pretty sure it's different seasoning.
And they both get like that char from the grill though, because they're cooking it right there. All right, so the vibrante and vivido Encanto Cocina. And we've had the chorizo and potato empanada. It's okay. Right? And it's really spicy, and we're not really big spicy people. And we've had this mango. No, I think they had a passion fruit mousse here before. So I want to say this passion fruit filled mango cheesecake is new. So let's go try it out. Is that everybody was calling this the Encanto booth, but it wasn't called the Encanto booth. And it is now the Encanto booth. I'm testing out a new light, guys. We're also always, wait, let me see. There it is. We were always calling the Encanto booth, but I think it was called something else. I can't remember. Do you remember what it was called? I just used to call it Encanto, that's why. So now it's Encanto Cocina. Cute. Oh, and they were always, that's what I was going to say. They were always playing the Encanto music here. So it was kind of hard not to say that it was the Encanto booth. So now it is. Prepared for you guys. You can see our food when it gets dark out. And I'm going to read it because I think it says it's a mango cheesecake. And I think there's coconut in the cake on the bottom. And then the top is passion fruit. But it's giving guava vibes, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So let me read it once. It's vibrante and vivido Encanto Cocina, right between France and Morocco. So they definitely need to open a Colombian world, right, Ma?
Oh, yes.
Right? Wouldn't that be great? A little land. But let's go back to our passion fruit. So it says passion fruit filled. So the passion fruit is inside the cheesecake, the mango cheesecake, with a coconut pineapple cake. Oh, and a dragon fruit gelée. You know what a gelée is, Ma?
It's that jelly in the top.
Yep. So it's just a fancy word to say jelly. And dragon fruit doesn't really have a taste. So again, I'm very curious. So what actually that tastes like. Then it said it was a dragon fruit sauce. These are cardboard plates.
No sauce on it.
So no sauce. But we live and we learn, right? So let's cut it. I kind of just want to taste the gelée. Just by itself. So I'm curious. Yeah, that's not dragon fruit. That's It actually tastes like a raspberry and apple mix. Almost like an applesauce. Yeah. Because it's a soft jelly. And that's why they don't call it a jelly. Because it has some gelatinous, but it's called a gelée because it's supposed to just have a little bit of wiggle. But it should, you know, once pressure, it should go fall apart. All right, let's see if there's what's happening in the center of this. Ooh. All right, so this mango mousse passion fruit. Whoa. Mom was right. She was like, passion fruit is tart, but it's still sweet, and it just kind of kicks your mouth a little. It's like, bang, I'm here. Don't forget me. That cake. I love coconut, guys. Coconut was meant for me. Yeah, this is good. These are all the flavors that I love. And you know what went better? Instead of dragon fruit gelée, was a guava gelée. Would have, right? Guava?
Oh, yeah.
Would have changed this whole game. There's a lot more. There's a lot of passion fruit on that bite. So it's making me. What?
I think the light is attracting the bug.
All right, Mom, you try it. Trying to get an even amount of everything because that passion fruit ain't playing.
Nice and creamy.
Yeah.
It's creamy like all over.
Mm-hmm. It's soft. Yeah. Even the cake. Yeah, if you don't like mousse textures, then you're not gonna like this. But I love a mousse.
Oh, I love a mousse.
So we always go for
it. It's really good. The cake is not that sweet.
No.
Oh, that fell apart.
It's not sweet at all, but you can taste that coconut, which is nice.
I love passion fruit.
Yeah, and Mom likes sour. So do you see how she had no reaction? I don't like sour.
Oh, really?
You don't. My eye was twitching. That was not voluntary. I had such a strong bite of the passion fruit. My eyes just started twitching. I was like, oh my God. She likes sour though.
I love passion fruit.
And I do too, but that was because she said it was tart, and I was like, not all passion fruit can be tart. You know, I guess we'll find out. Nope.
Oh.
It was tart.
I know.
But it's good. Everything together, it's just that I just had a big bite of the passion fruit on my last bite.
Are these flowers edible?
They are.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, and they smell like real flowers.
Yeah.
And they're edible?
And they're edible. She's questioning it. I will tell you, they're edible flowers, but they taste like flour. It doesn't change the fact that it's still...
I keep it as a decoration.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that it's still a flower. It's just, I'm assuming that all of these are edible. You know what I mean? Like all of these, if they're not poisonous, then that you can eat them. But it's still flour. All right, so what's your score on this one?
10 plus.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a 10 plus.
10, all the way around. It was so good. And from what I can remember from last year, it's a step up. Because last year's, I believe, was just a mousse. It didn't have the cake or anything like that. So, and it didn't have that much of a passion fruit inside. It was just like a passion fruit mousse. And maybe that's what I'm used to. The passion fruit mousses are not so tart. But this is like just a jelly of passion fruit and the mousse of mango. So, it's good as a 10. All right, so Fran's creme de brie, which is this salmon fumé mousse. It's a salmon mousse. Salmon chocolate hazelnut raspberry coulis. France has never gotten my love. I'm not a fan of brie, but I think Mark will love that. This is a very old way of French cuisine where they used to put this aspic. You see how it's shiny? Mm-hmm. That's jelly. That's like just gel. And they used to put meat in it and serve it like that. It was very popular back in the late 80s, early 70s time. So I'm even shocked that it even makes it to this food festival, because honestly, it's not good. I've tried it in culinary school. It's not my thing. I like hot foods hot and cold foods cold. And salmon to me needs to be hot. And this is cold. And this one doesn't seem awful, but not my favorite. And we just had a dessert and hazelnut and mango raspberry coulis. I could do it out. So we are skipping France. I didn't know this. I don't think I've ever realized, but I've also never eaten there. They don't have a food booth in London. They just have their amazing fish and chips. So if you have not had their fish and chips, you should. Don't worry about the food, the festival, because their fish and chips is good. So we're gonna go right to Canada, which we already did. The last time we were here, we did that poutine. So we have completed the food festival. So out of all of them, can you remember which one was your favorite?
The lamb with the chickpeas.
Oh, you really liked it. That's good. That's Morocco. So Morocco's your number one? I'm thinking it's hard. The one that I would like, I kind of try to think about it as like one that I want again, which I think is going to surprise you. It's that lobster tostada from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
The thing was bomb. It wasn't heavy. It was good. And it's something that I've never seen before either. So I wasn't expecting much, but wow, those flavors were good. Now don't get me wrong, a close second is Germany with the short rib, right?
Yeah.
Even that other sirloin steak that you had in Mexico was good. The first one, the filet, the Wellington, was really good. Morocco was good.
I don't think that was good we actually liked.
So with that being said, I hope you liked the video. My name is Stephanie, and thank you for being part of my world.